Once again, thank you for tuning in to me and what I have and what I want to bring to the world. You are who you are, and I am who I am, and we are both here on this planet looking to be the best of who we are, even if we don't know that. The point is I'm dealing a lot with individual people that don't really believe in themselves. They don't know who they are, and they don't know what potential that lies within them. They do have some awareness that there is something that they want to bring. They do have an awareness that there is something that they like to say. They do have awareness that they would like to be recognized. Not in a attention-seeking way, but in a way that I do my craft really well. I do me really well. I have something to offer. So if you're a person that don't feel like you have anything to offer, or you are a person that don't necessarily want to bring yourself out, I totally get it. It is totally okay. And I'm not necessarily speaking to those individuals. I'm speaking to the individuals that may have some kind of platform. I'm speaking to individuals that may be working towards accomplishing something, some specific goal. And ultimately, that goal is to find themselves. That goal is to find their authentic self. And I like to say the divine authentic self. And when I say divine, I'm talking about that higher self, that self from within, that self that's in the future, that self that may even not be here on this planet once we exit. Yes, we all have a moment where we will exit. Choose to go within. You can choose to find who you really are. And the way that you do that is you have to learn to let go and allow. How do you do that, Malachi? How do I learn to let go and allow? Allow what? Let go of what? The constructs, the confines. There's things on this planet and things in your life that we all deal with. I deal with them, and I'm sure you deal with them. Just no different for me to sit down and have this conversation with you. Something that I know that can possibly help you bring more of something that's within out of you. We need people that are inspired. We need people that want to level up and change the consciousness of people, giving people some form of belief, not just hope. We want to believe that we are here and we can do something. We want to believe that we can make a difference. I know we can. Just no different than me doing this one video, one conversation, one moment at a time. But it's still going through channels, and the engineers and people have come together to create the platforms and create the devices that allows us to communicate. And whether it's coming together or not, but we communicate, and our voices and our ideas and the things that we may believe, or things that we may say, things that we may do, we put on within the cloud, as they would call it, and goes into spaces, goes into applications like Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. And then this allows us to gain or gather attention. Why do we want attention? That's just part of who we are. Some of us may act like we don't want any attention, but we do want some attention from someone. No man is an island. I'm here to speak to you. And I want to speak to you, and I want to motivate you and move you and touch you in a way that allows you to see something beyond what you have seen, what you have witnessed in your life. What is going to move you? What is going to motivate you? What is going to take you to the highest self? It's not the next level, but the highest you. There is so much potential locked deep within you. We are spiritual beings having a bodily experience. Why? Why are we doing this? Because we've been doing this. This has have been what we have been doing since we have been doing it. What does it mean? It's an expression. It's an expression of the creativity. It's the expression of the expressions of the universe. But ultimately, raising the consciousness, raising the vibrations of what we push out, and raising the consciousness is the greatest thing that we can ever do and ever leave. Having the ability to communicate, having the ability to express our ideas, and having the ability to help our fellow human in ways that allow them to live, whether it be freely or whether it would be openly, whether it would be trying to understand. Most of us are still just trying to understand. We think we know, and we think we know everything. We use the book, the Bible, and various different things from history to determine and then push that information out to individual others and call that life. Life is so much more, but really not much at all. It just is. We're a species. We're like another animal on the planet, except we have the ability to cognitively think how we want to change our environments. We have the ability to communicate. Language is one of the greatest technologies ever invented. Our ability to communicate to each other, our ability to communicate and try to communicate feelings, our ability to try to connect, our ability to try to express, feel, and desire. Love is the greatest gift, but yet to be understood. I'm pushing this out to you. And if you like what I have to say, although it is very esoterical and it can mean various things to different people, but I'm here to tell you, I'm here to help you unlock your potential. I will bring different people to the stage, and various people that I believe have lived on planet Earth and have transitioned from this place into the next place, which I believe is in a spiritual form, and it's still yet a part of us. What I want to know is what is holding you back. Do you know something's holding you back? Every person that I talk to has a deeper self, and you can always move, whether it would be considered up or whether it would be considered laterally speaking, right? We have the ability to achieve, we have the ability to have personal successes that allow us to express ourselves, allow us to connect to others, and allow us to help free others. And I'm not talking about from a perspective of just having things, the tangible items. Those yet are beautiful, and there's nothing wrong with them, unless it has you. The thing is, we have the potential to do, become, and ultimately free our minds, free our hearts, and free our souls, to be at peace, to not have things like depression, to not have things that tend to hurt us and keep hurting us. We're going to go through some shit. We're going to go through some things. That's life. But the question is, how do we get through them? How do we manifest the Spirit, manifest the things that will actually free us? I'm sure many of you have rent and house payments and car notes and the things that we have created on the planet that we use to live. These things have costs. These things can govern how we live. And yes, some things are nice to have. I just manifested a new home and I love it, and I'm able to raise my kids in it. I think it's fairly modest, but in some perspectives it's possibly not. But the thing is I desired it. I believed it. And there's many other things that I'll do in the next video that I believed helped me transition into manifesting in that into my life. And now here I go again, looking to build, grow, and create a brand, create something, a spiritual essence, something that allows me to speak to you. I want my words to speak to you in this moment, in this present moment, no matter what time it is, now and in the future. One of my favorite books is Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. He penned the book in like 1940-ish. The book didn't release until 2011. Can you imagine? You write a book that doesn't get released until many years after your death. This guy is the same guy that penned Think and Grow Rich. Very popular book, very well known throughout the business world. And he gives these laws, these principles that help us govern like our ability to have success. Success. If you look at this real close, I'm not sure if that's zooming in, but this success has been dropped and broken and broken. It's even broken right here. That's that crack you can't see. It's been broken here and you can see those pretty well. It's been broken there. This you can see, it's really been busted up. There's pieces all throughout they're broken. And that is what, even here you could see there's some glue. That is what success really is. Success is a feeling. Everyone wants it. And that feeling is what makes me feel good. What makes me enjoy this moment in life. Success is merely a feeling. If you get into that nice house, how does it make you feel? The key is having it versus it having you. We don't want these things to have us. Finally, help me help you. I too have struggles. I too have mental blocks. I too have to go within. I have to meditate. I choose to meditate. And I use it as an exercise versus just as a spiritual thing to do. And I take 10 minutes a day to say no, stop. And then it starts, and then I say stop with my breath. I'm okay with the mind moving and going. That's what it's supposed to do when we are awake. Some of us try to do this before bed, and the best time to do it, I believe, is after you wake up. Because now you have a fresh mind. Why do you go to sleep? You go to sleep because you have to go to sleep, because there's certain parts of the brain that has to have rest. It has to shut down. It can't move. Every human being has to go through this. Sleep is one of the most pivotal transitions that we all have as we I would say hover over death, as we go into a state of being where part of us stays alive while part of us leaves this plane. That, my friend, is something very deep and beautiful. But we have to have rest. The better the rest, the better you can function on this planet. The better you can have ideas and make things happen. The better you can execute. So many of you are just not happy with your life. There's moments, which is normal, but ultimately a lot of us are not really happy. How do we get there? Like and subscribe. Continue to follow me. I will tap in and tune in and turn on and express myself and use all of the dead books, such as Outwitting the Devil. When Napoleon Hill speaks on our ability to tap in and tune in to our higher self. And Outwitting the Devil is not a book talking about something religious. It is talking about the shadow. It is talking about the other side of us. I was speaking to someone recently and they said, I don't have any darkness. But for me, who seeks enlightenment through higher levels of consciousness, have reached a stage that I understand that I'm in complete darkness. But whenever I shine, I'm shining the light in the darkness. Some of the darkness that we are all in is right here in our head. It's not a physical darkness. It's a mental darkness. And the darkness also is within the confines of us, the skeletons in the closet that we don't dance with. The things that the fears that we may have, or the ideas we may have, or the things we don't understand, or things we may not admit to. So my next video is going to be on the shadow, the self that we don't really talk about, and how to tune into the spiritual warrior within. The Spiritual Warrior is one of my favorite books also. And I will bring some of these books to light and bring some other things to light and other people to be aware of. It's not about me. I am not your guru. You are your guru. And you can do things that makes a difference, but you have to understand that you have to be willing to let go, allow, open up, and be transformed by the renewing of your mind. It's a continual thing. Blessings. And please don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Everything that you do, whenever it comes to that, of course, it helps with the attention that this system will push out to others. It's part of the process. It's part of the system. But I know everything I want and desire is manifested. So do it or don't do it. Because I'm going all the way up. Peace.